What up, YouTube? It's Frisky Dingo here, getting back with you guys with another reaction slash review video. Today we're looking at the prestigious, recently Nintendo Direct that we just got to watch on Friday. What can I say? I'm pretty excited. A lot of the games that I thought was going to be announced end up being announced. One being Bayonetta 3. Now I know with Bayonetta 3 it's not really a take because it's the director has came out and said that yes, we're gonna come out with this game, so I wouldn't really say Bayonetta was the prestigious take, but overall for me the prestigious take was Kirby Forgotten Lands. About 2 years ago I was talking to one of my friends and we were talking about Mario Odyssey. He thought Mario Odyssey was gonna get an expansion pack, something towards the sense of Mario Sunshine. I actually said to him, well, I honestly think they're gonna come out with something new coming off of Mario Odyssey. And I had said at that time, imagine if they took Mario Odyssey and used Kirby with it. We've never gotten a true Kirby 3D format. It's been a very long time since we've gotten a dedicated Kirby game. So overall, I'm happy to see that one game out of all the games that I predicted for the Nintendo Direct ended up being real. So I'm extremely happy about that. I think everything else was pretty good. We end up getting a little view of Metroid Dread, a little bit more of that. I'm extremely stoked for that game, especially only because of the gap between handheld devices. I'm a big Metroid Fusion fan. I've played that game over 1,000,000 times, beaten it over 1,000,000 times. It's literally my go-to casual game to play when I'm bored and I want some GBA nostalgia. So best and believe, me and Metroid Fusion are very quaint together. But to see Metroid Dread take that same premise of fear, the 2D factor, also being able to use multiple types of upgrades, different types of suits, and then also the enemy threat presence, I think it's even better because it built upon a little bit with the SASX. I forget the terminology for it. But the mutant bio Samus, right? When they used that character, they kind of went, I will always say they kind of wenched back on the fear of it. When the enemy would come through certain corridors, you would be scared, but there was no interaction besides that main little platform in which you were hiding from. So you would basically have to figure out where you want to hide at, and then from there get through the secret route and then escape the enemy. But in this one, you actually get the fear tent while running through the entire level until you could find a safety option, which I think it's even cooler because it helps you move on your feet. One thing I always realized with Metroid Fusion was that it became when it came to the SAX moments, it became too stagnant, staying in one place, in one position. I hated that. So I'm actually very happy that we're getting this game as it is, and it's coming out literally next week before. So I'm extremely happy with that. And overall, I thought the Nintendo Direct was actually something a lot of fans needed. I know there's a lot of Splatoon fans out there. I'm not a big Splatoon fan, but I'm really happy that they got to show more. Splatoon is too, people get mad at me about this, but Splatoon is too clickbaity for me sometimes. I love clickbait, but Splatoon, like, they go as far as to show you barely anything and then say, oh, it's Splatoon 3. So I don't know really what to do with that. Splatoon's one of those games where it's very much throws up in the air for me. It depends on what happens when it comes out, and then basically from there on I'll move with, you know, my opinion once I've played it. But overall, I thought Nintendo Direct was pretty good this Friday. I was happy that I started a little bit late so that I could get this view once I saw everyone's reaction. I'm extremely happy about that. I think overall it was a good Nintendo Direct. Like, there was nothing that I didn't expect to happen. There wasn't anything that I didn't expect to happen. I think the coolest part, unfortunately, was the Nintendo announcing the new membership, which I thought was kind of lazy and contrived. especially on the biggest part that they already have people paying $20 for their services, and then now you're adding the extra maybe 25, 30 for just rehashing of emulation. Now, if you really wanted to, you could take your emulator, you could go on your computer or PC and download all these games right now and play them completely okay with a PlayStation 4 controller. So to me, it really makes no sense for them to increase the rate of the membership, but also drop these games. That doesn't make much sense to me. I think it's actually pretty lazy, but it goes right around what Nintendo usually does. Like, they're not really big on releasing these type of games, and it kind of folds in with their other membership already. But I think most likely it's gonna be $30 because of the fact that they did not announce the price during the Nintendo Direct. That's usually one of the biggest signs with Nintendo. When they do something and they announce it and there's no price, it's gonna be an iffy situation. So, it's a common practice among Asian businesses in general. They're very sensitive. The way that they're very sensitive to releasing information to their consumers. That being said, they take their time in releasing it. Unlike American corporations, American corporations, they'll show you the game and then be like, yeah, man, like, you feel me? $70 right now. Like, pay that and the extra 2 DLCs. And if you pre-order it at GameStop, Amazon, and Best Buy, you get 3 different pre-orders at all 3 different prices. So I'm not mad at Nintendo. We can't be hypocrites here. There's just like in law, there's a precedent to set for the new case, and unfortunately, Nintendo has that precedent already that they're gonna charge $30-something for this live. I honestly think, in my honest opinion, conservatively, it's gonna be about $30, maybe $30 at the best, but if it's not $30, I honestly think it's going to be $25. If $25 makes the most sense, it's the best conservative number that you could come up with. They had the original one for what it was worth, $15. Then it went from 15 to 20. Now it's going to go from 20 to 25. I think that's what it is, and I'm okay with it. The controllers, Garbijo. I don't think there's any point of re-releasing Nintendo 64 controllers. Maybe the Sega ones because of the nostalgia for the input, but the Nintendo 64 controller is obsolete. You don't want to play any game. Like, even if you play Mario, think about it. You can't really do anything with the new Mario game. Like, the new controllers are set up exactly like that. So I think it's not bad. Nintendo just really has to find their footing. I know they have the OLED Switch coming out. I think also that was a waste of time. They should really just focus on moving forward, upgrading the Switch fully, then releasing something that's only going to be solvable for, the next 3 years, which makes sense. That's what they want. They want something that's going to, bridge the gap. So so honestly, I hope that we get more information. Big Nintendo fan. And if they say anything else in the sense of Mario, I hope we'll find out more about that. Also, the whole Kirby Forgotten Lands, I can't wait for that release. With Metroid Dread coming up soon, I'll definitely do a review for that one. But if anything else, I'll see you guys in the next video.